Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be getting a few things done that I've had on my to-do list for some time now. So let's go ahead and get started. I already have this stainless steel travel mug on my craft desk, which I purchased from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to put a little something on this. My son has gotten into drinking tea. And he often tries to use my husband's coffee mug. And when my husband wants to use it, he's like, "Where's my mug?" So I decided to get my son his own travel mug, and then he was excited about it because he said, "Okay, I can take it with me when I leave the house." There is some sticky stuff on here. You know what? I'm not gonna put it on that side. I am just going to go ahead and put it on this side of the mug, and I can clean off that sticky stuff with something else a little later. Just using, of course, some rubbing alcohol to get it cleaned up. And my son saw this because I made two different designs and asked for his opinion on which design he would prefer on the cup. So he has been saying, "Mommy, is it ready yet? Is it ready yet?" And I'm like, "Please give me a minute." I'm like, "I am going to get to it. Please, just be patient." Okay. So I have my design here and some transfer tape. So I am going to set that to the side, and I'm going to reverse weed this. So of course, I'm sure you've seen me do it many times. Let me cut this down because I don't want to waste. I don't want to waste the transfer tape and save as much as I can. Okay, so I'm going to start with pulling back the backing, and then put the transfer tape right over top. And then I'll burnish without ruining the design. And then just go ahead and peel that off. All right, so I have the design all weeded, and it is just a basketball with his initial on it. I made this in Design Space. If you click on the tab that says monogram, that's where I made it. You have an option to use some images in there. So I chose this basketball and put his initial on there. All right, so let's go ahead and put this down. Already cleaned off the area. I don't want to put it too close to the top because just in case, I don't want his mouth on the vinyl. Although I'm sure he'll be drinking it through the lid most of the time, but you know, just to be on the safe side. Okay, let's pull this up. perfect. It is perfect. Look at that. That is so good. I love that. It's so simple, but I know he is gonna love it. And as I said, he is waiting to be able to use it. And there we go. Let's move on to the next project. Okay, so for my next project, I had this cutting board that I purchased from the Dollar Tree, and I've already painted off camera with just some simple white paint from Michaels. And I have my design here that needs to be weeded, and there's lots of weeding to do. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go ahead and just put on some music while I get this all weeded out. Okay, so I have this all weeded out. This actually weeded a lot better than I thought it would. And I'm gonna use my paper transfer tape for this because there's paint here. And I'm sure with my regular transfer tape, it might pull off some of that paint. So I'm gonna use this and I'm gonna have to overlap it. Yeah, it weeded very nicely. Okay, and I'll just overlap this little bit over here. Gotta use a little more transfer tape than I would want to, but you know, I would rather do that and know that my paint and wood are protected with using the lower tack transfer tape. Alright, now let's burnish the back. Alright, so far I can see that I am going to have to encourage this vinyl to go onto the transfer tape. So we may be here for a while because as you saw, there are many words in this design, and they are not laying down as nicely as I would hope. But of course, I know it's like this because this transfer tape has less tack to it. So it's not holding on tight enough. Okay, so I finally got this weeded. When I tell you, this was difficult. I guess the weeding process was the easy part because just trying to get it on the transfer tape was going to be the difficult part. And again, that's only because this is such low tack. And of course, there's lots of words here. So let's finally get this on here. And this is just gonna be some decor for my kitchen. All right, I think I'm gonna commit to there and hope that it is not crooked. Okay, let's see how this comes up. Well, it won't stick to this wood, I see that. It's sticking to there, but not to the wood. Interesting. Okay. It's sticking, but wowzers, is it like really not wanting to? And it's stuck perfectly to the paint, but to the bare wood, it is not wanting to stay down. OMG. That was so hard. It came out, it looks great, of course. Had I painted this entire cutting board, getting the vinyl onto the board would have been a piece of cake. Getting it on the painted area was no problem. Just this area, this bare, oh my goodness, I am going to be honest with you all. I almost gave up. I almost said, I don't think it's worth it, because it was just not wanting to stay at all. So I would say to you, if you use this, maybe paint the whole thing. I don't know if it was this particular vinyl that just didn't want to stick to the bare wood. I'm not sure, but I just know that this particular vinyl did not like this wood and it did not want to stay. But it's on there and it looks really good. I think it is. It's going to be a nice addition to my kitchen for some fall decor. So let's move on to our next project. Okay, so for my next project, I have this hoodie here. It is actually for a member of my church, and he knows what I do and asked if I could put something on the back for him. So I'm putting this in the video because, you know, many of us go to our children's or grandchildren's sporting events and we buy apparel from the school. And when we want to personalize it, we can do things like putting something on the back. So I just wanted to show this as an idea. I'm sure many people have done it before. You can put the child's name and number on it like I am doing here. Okay, so I have it all weeded out. It weeded pretty nicely, and it just says Banks 23. I've already pre-pressed the hoodie, but I did not lint roll it, so I'm going to do that first and then get the design on the back. Okay, just give it a quick lint roll. And then this will go here. Okay, so I have this on here. I'm not going to take it to the heat press yet because I do have one other item that needs to go to the heat press. So I'm going to get that one together first, and then we're going to take both of them together. So I'm going to sit this off to the side for a moment while we get the next one together, and then we can take them both. Okay, so speaking of sporting events, my daughter is on the volleyball team, and so far they have played one game, and I'm getting this hoodie ready for her next game. So I'm going to be putting some stuff on here. And this hoodie I got from Walmart. It is really soft. I've never purchased this brand's hoodie before, but I'm already loving how it feels. So let me bring out the vinyl and move this over. Okay, so I have my vinyl here. I have 3 different colors. Her school colors are orange and blue, and I just have some white as accents. So I'm gonna weed all of this. I'll probably just speed it up, put some music on, because this is too much to watch me weed. Okay, so I have everything weeded. It was pretty easy. It was just, you know, a lot to do. I did cut them up already. As you saw, I had big sheets, but I cut them up according to where they're supposed to go. All right, let's see. I have too much stuff here. Let me move all of this so I can put my hoodie into the camera. Okay, so I have my hoodie. I didn't say what brand this is. It's No Boundaries. So in case you are interested, I really, really love the feel, as I said before. Okay, so this is the front. The front says Spartan. Hold on. Let's see, Spartan Volleyball Mom. Okay, that is the, now let's see, I just want to adjust this, see where I want it to actually be. And of course, you know that I cannot press all of this at one time. I can press the 2 orange colors together because they are not on top of each other, but I can't press it with volleyball in the middle. All right, so that's basically what the front will look like. Spartan Volleyball Mom. And then I have an actual volleyball that will go here on the side, on the arm of the sleeve, excuse me, that will go on the sleeve of the hoodie. And I kind of want it toward the top, so it's just gonna go like that. And then on the back, and all of this stuff I'm going to situate when I get over to my heat press, but I just wanted to show you all what it will look like before I get over there. So the back will have, it will have the outline in orange, and then fill it in with the blue, which is going to be kind of difficult because it wants to just snatch it up right at the moment. but I think you guys get the idea. It'll look much neater over there. So like I said, I'm gonna put everything together over at the heat press. So I'm gonna take my hoodie and the other hoodie that I was working on over to the heat press. Okay, so I am finished with both hoodies. That took a while. I know for you guys, it'll be very short, but for me, it took a long time. Yes, it looks great. I am sure he's gonna love this. I hope whomever he is supporting loves it as well. Okay, so this one looks good. I am gonna bring in my hoodie. Okay, so here is the front of my hoodie, where it says Spartan Volleyball Mom. It looks really good. And I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. So one of the reasons why this also took a long time was because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't putting the volleyball too low or too high, more so too low. So I had to take the hoodie I had on off and put this one on, and then I actually taped it onto the sleeve while it was still on my body, so I could make sure that it stayed in the right spot that I wanted it to be. And it looks really good. I love it. That's good. And let me show you the back. And here's the back. It all looks good. I'm loving it. I have to tell y'all this. When it comes to layering like this, where you have to put words inside of an outline, that is the worst part of layering for me. I don't enjoy it. I know that I could have gone without it because it's my hoodie and I'm the one making it, but I tell you, I don't like it. This is not perfect. I'll tell you that. It is not perfect, but it still looks good for this. It's just her school games, and you know, it's mine. It's not something I'm selling. So, you know, it'll work. But I have to say, I do not like when I have to put solid letters inside of outlines. It's just not my favorite thing. But it still looks good, and I love the front and my sleeve. All right, you guys, so that is all I have for you today. So I'm gonna bring back all 4 projects into the camera so we can see them one last time. Okay, you guys, I have my projects back in camera. Of course, you know, there were 4 items in the video, but as I was editing, I realized that I did not record an ending, and I've already given the hoodie to the person in my church. So I had to come and record this ending and say thank you to you all for tuning in to today's video. I hope you enjoyed the video and that it gave you a little inspiration to create some things. And if you have some things on your to-do list, that you will go ahead and get them done when you have a moment. Before you go, don't forget to like the video, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss a future video of mine. Until next time, later CB crew.